Republican commentator Candace Owens got smacked down by the Delaware Supreme Court this week after she had appealed a lower court's ruling that effectively threw out a defamation lawsuit that she had filed against two news organizations that serve as paid fact checkers for Facebook. The Delaware Supreme Court, in smacking down her lawsuit, they didn't issue a multi-page report. They didn't give a long diatribe. They were able to dismantle her entire case in a ruling that was only 68 words. 68 words, folks. That's all they needed to tell Candace Owens, you don't have a case. So here is what happened. Candace Owens, last year, I guess it was, filed a lawsuit because Facebook fact checkers, which included two companies, USA Today and Lead Stories LLC, they slapped labels on some of the things Owens had posted on Facebook, saying that this is false, and at one point calling it a hoax alert in her attempts to downplay the pandemic. Now, she filed a lawsuit, one, alleging defamation, two, alleging that these labels put on there by the fact checkers that Facebook pays to do this, it somehow violated, basically infringed upon her contract with Facebook, as it says in the thing here. I don't know what contract with Facebook she has, but that to me seems problematic, right? But anyway, it impeded her ability to make money from advertisers on Facebook because, you're telling everybody all her stuff is false. And you can't do that, even though Facebook literally pays them to do exactly that. So even if you had a contract with Facebook, you can't get around it. These are Facebook's rules. If you post something false, saying that it is false is not defamation. It is not a violation of your contract. Sure, it probably does impede your ability to make money from advertisers if they know they're giving money to a person who's just straight up lying. But you can't just sue for that. And that's what both of the courts, the lower court and the Delaware Supreme Court, told her. They both said, you don't have a case. You haven't shown any actual damage that would warrant a claim. You haven't shown any, basically, violation of any law that would say that you could sue these people for what they've done. So Owens lost. I'm willing to bet she's probably going to try to appeal this one too. But if her lawyers are smart, they're going to tell her, look, you lost this one. You do not have a case. There is no defamation. Fact checkers, do their job. They're actually paid by the company you're mad at to do that job. And so that would supersede any other agreements or arrangements that have been made between Owens and the others. And maybe contract is the wrong word that the courts or these reports are using. So, I don't want to say she has a contract with Facebook. That's what's in these reports. So that's the word I'm using. But either way, contract or not, that part is actually totally irrelevant. What is important is the fact that this is what they do now. This is actually what Kyle Rittenhouse came out earlier this week and said he's going to do. He's starting a new group to raise money, to sue people in the media. And as somebody who, by the way, has been threatened with multiple lawsuits from right-wingers in the past year, I can tell you this is the path that they're going now. This is how they want to shut down dissent. Now, luckily, through my, work with the National Trial Lawyer Magazine, the National Trial Lawyer Hall of Fame, I know lots of good lawyers, and none of the lawsuits that have been threatened against us have gone more than, a threatening letter, because we've got lots of people who are more than willing to go to bat for us. But other outlets, maybe not so much, and that's the problem here. Just the threat of a defamation, libel, slander lawsuit, whatever it is enough to shut people down. And it's dangerous. And these right-wingers know it. They've actually made it clear. Some of them have posted on their social media. Sue them into oblivion for defamation. You'll shut them down and you'll get rich in the process, one of them, to paraphrase what he said. This is their plan. This is what they do. Whenever they don't like something somebody else says about them, they're going to sue them because worst case scenario, they win, right? Like, worst case scenario is you lose and nothing happens. So there is no worst case scenario in that scenario. The worst case scenario is the same as the best case scenario. You win and they get shut down. Because even if you lose, you frighten them enough to maybe get them to stop talking about you. And after all, that's another one of these main goals with all these defamation suits coming from these right-wing wackos. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.